It's lights out and away we go. The top two get away very well. Sebastian Vettel is now in hot pursuit as they head down towards turn one, and Carlos Sainz looking for a room as well. Hamilton leads, there's contact at the back, someone's lost some debris, and Bottas is turned round. Verstappen goes on the inside run. Sebastian Vettel's lost places too, and that's Kevin Magnussen in the Haas, making up a few places that he's got to give back. Hamilton, Verstappen, Sainz, Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc going down the inside as well, and they're all jockeying for position.
Incredible start, 2 Red Bulls doing very well, and still another 5 cars
and
off the racetrack.
Lost a wheel, sorry Martin to butt in. It's a Force India of Esteban Ocon has lost one of his wheels right at the back. So let's have a look at the start then. The front three got away really well. Then Sebastian Vettel really gaining on Valtteri Bottas, and he's just nosing ahead of him there. Has to hold back. Who taps Bottas? Vettel did.
Yeah, Vettel locked up.
Now Verstappen has kept hold or gained second place by going completely off the track there, but the stewards might just allow that because it's at the start of the race.
Well, we'll have to see if he was forced off the track, because he certainly gained a lot of meters with that. And there's contact at the back then. It was Ocon and Gasly making contact. So Bottas was much later on the brakes, and at that point the Ferrari locked up and tagged him. So I'm putting that down to Vettel's error there, because Bottas carried the speed, better speed into the corner.
Yeah, nose damage. Nose damage.
Understood.
I had no grip to decelerate. I was hitting the brakes early, and then I had no chance to avoid Valtteri.
So remember, he's got the ultra soft tyres on the Ferrari, and it's helping in the second phase of the start. He's got a great slipstream behind Lewis Hamilton. And look, Bottas much braver on the brakes. We lock up and knock him out of the race. Gasly dropping the back end of the car and just oversteering and sliding into Ocon, who was minding his own business.
And then he's sent spinning around is Esteban Ocon, no fault of his. We can see it more clearly now with Pierre Gasly on board.
Okay, Pierre, we stop. This is it.
Sebastian Vettel was catching Lewis Hamilton almost too quickly for his own good.
He got the bite of the tyre and the slipstream and the power of the Ferrari.
Someone hit me.
Copy that. Copy.
A lot of debris. I think it's going to be safety car.
Because of those ultra soft tyres, as you mentioned, that he had on, Sebastian Vettel was arriving at the scene an awful lot quicker than anyone else.
Ocon changed sides, and it was Gasly who lost control of his car and created, but Ocon did rather go over and take his visibility of the apex and his space.
Turn 3, I went on the inside, and I thought he had seen me and he will leave me space, and just took the corner like if there was nobody, and it was impossible to avoid the contact. So I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, but just very difficult moment now, and especially to have a collision between two French for the comeback of the French GP is a really difficult moment.
I took a good start. I was alongside Romain. I had one wheel already over the white line, so I was already on the edge of the track, and there was nobody on the side of Romain, and I got a massive hit. So already from that, I think I would have retired already. The hit was so big that all my side and probably radiator were damaged. And after that, Pierre just lost it on the brake and hit me from the back. So very disappointed, to be honest. It's been since a long time I wanted to race in front of my home crowd. It's ending after 3 corners. It's really a shame.
I think you've seen it from all angles. I think the bit that you don't see is that obviously when you're so close to a car ahead and also the car next to you, you lose, I felt like all the grip. So I tried to get out of it because I had nowhere to go. I think my start, with hindsight, I would have liked to have a worse start, because then at least it's clear for turn 1. But like that, I was a bit squeezed and couldn't really go anywhere, lost the car, snapped locked, and then unfortunately had to make contact with Valtteri, which is a shame for him. He did nothing wrong. Obviously, he got his position back, but I think there was also Max right next to him, sort of. So he couldn't open or react. Plus, at that point, he doesn't really see me. So that was a chain reaction, being that close. Shame for him, for Valtteri, for me. At least we both could continue, but yeah, not the race that we wanted.